Hey guys, Silver here, and with Sonic news being noticeably absent during last year's Game Awards and the recent Sony State of Play, I'm led to believe that whenever we get actual news for the 35th anniversary of Sonic, it'll be during a Sonic Central, and hopefully that's actually the case, because I really don't want to sit through another Summer Games Fest just for one thing that I care about. I also feel like if they save all their announcements for Sonic Central, then we'll actually get a great Sonic showcase for once. Sonic Centrals are pretty much video presentations for upcoming Sonic projects in the style of a Nintendo Direct, but for most of them, they're a mixed bag, with the exception of the first one for the 30th anniversary, where we got some cool announcements like Sonic Colors Ultimate and the Sonic Symphony. And the Sonic Central for the year of Shadow was pretty decent too, as we got the announcement of Mephiles returning in Shadow Generations, as well as showing off cool Shadow merch and a teaser for the third Sonic movie. So because I'm so impatient for upcoming Sonic news, I thought I'd share my predictions for the upcoming Sonic Central, and a few of these predictions will overlap with last year's Sonic 35th anniversary predictions video. Now, when will we be getting this next Sonic Central? Well, I believe that we're getting a Sonic Central somewhere in March or early April. And the reason I say that is because of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, Tangled Whisper have been released, and since the Mega Man DLC will be releasing in March most likely, that means that we'll be left in the dark for when it comes to what the other two crossover packs and the season pass look like, those being TMNT and Avatar. And even more importantly, we don't know what the next batch of free Sega characters are at all. So with that in mind, they kind of have to do a Sonic Central by March, as showcasing upcoming Crossworlds content would be a huge thing to get people excited about the Sonic Central, and it'd be a huge waste if they just shadow drop a Crossworlds DLC trailer instead. Now on to the fun stuff, predicting what they'll announce. Starting off with collabs, I think we can expect the official announcement of Sonic and Fortnite, which might get me to actually play the game with my friends who keep begging me to hop on. But as for the Sega side of things, I think we can expect a new trailer for the upcoming Shinobi Art of Vengeance DLC, since Dr. Eggman will be one of the Sega villains you fight in that DLC, so it makes sense if they show off the DLC at a Sonic Central and then shadow drop it. As for what Sega characters they could announce for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, you already know that I want Arl to be in Cross Worlds, but most likely it's probably going to be Beat from Jet Set Radio, Amigo from Samba de Amigo, and BD Joe from Crazy Taxi, which to be fair I'd be pretty happy about as a huge Sega fan. It's still depressing though that Puyo Puyo is not getting any love from Sega. We're also going to get some mobile updates for Sonic Rumble. Hopefully they announced that Sonic Rumble's coming to other consoles, but that's probably not going to be the case. Sonic Dash, we'll get some updates for that most likely. Sonic Forces Speed Battle. Sonic Blitz could also get a proper announcement trailer. And as for events, I think we can expect the Sonic Symphony having another tour for the 35th anniversary. I can also see them doing Sonic pop-up shops and Sonic pop-up cafes. And they might even announce an official Sonic fan convention for the 35th anniversary, which hasn't been done since the Sonic Boom events or the 25th anniversary Sonic Party. I'd be so down for all of those things. But of course, it's not Sonic Central without game announcements, you know, despite the fact that the only Sonic Central to actually announce games was the first one. But I think things will be different this time around, as for the 35th anniversary, they have to announce something. The first Sonic Central for the 30th anniversary announced 3 games: Sonic Colors Ultimate, Sonic Origins, and Sonic Frontiers. Now, I'm still under the strong belief that we'll be getting a collection of the Sonic Advance games. I just think it's time for these games to come back. They're critically acclaimed and fan favorite titles, and they just be so easy to port because they're just GBA games. I can totally see them announcing the Sonic Advance collection and having it be released a few months later around the same time as the anniversary date. Ideally, what this collection should have been is a Sonic Adventure era collection with the adventure games and the Advance trilogy, but knowing Sega, they'd probably just do the Advance games, but I would still be pretty happy about that. And I'm all for any past Sonic games being ported or preserved. As for the second game they could announce, this is actually tricky. I do believe whatever the second game is will either be released in the holiday season of 2026 or released early 2027, and it will end up being a tie-in game for the upcoming 4th Sonic movie. But what could this tie-in game be? I think it could be one of two options: a brand new 2D modern game where Amy's the main playable character, just like Princess Peach Showtime, or a port of Sonic Heroes because of Metal Sonic being the main villain in the upcoming movie. Now, out of these two, which do I think is more likely? I'm leaning more more towards the 2D Amy game since they're really trying to hype her up in the next movie, and a new game centered around her would be interesting. I'm not too sure though if it would be exclusively an Amy adventure or if this would be a Sonic and Amy adventure, because Sega wasn't really confident enough in releasing Shadow Generations by itself without trying to tie it back to Sonic somehow. So the same might be true for Amy, but we'll just have to wait and see. And last but not least, we're going to be getting a teaser trailer for the next mainline Sonic game, and it'll essentially be the sequel to Sonic Frontiers, and hopefully this trailer shows us a little more about the game rather than the extremely vague CGI teaser for the first Sonic Frontiers. Like, for this teaser trailer, they should at least give us a title for the game and tease who's going to be playable in this adventure. I'm still hoping for the Hedgehog trio to return in this game, but we'll just have to wait and see. In conclusion, please just announce the next Sonic Central, Sega. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know if you're just as impatient for Sonic news as I am.